The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The All-Pro in two positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. That one goes for 24 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Mahomes. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers to, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? As a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Austin!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as he'll be left with a 3rd and long.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Houston, Houston! Rocket! Rocket! Beeville! Beeville!
They'll drop the throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll try the counter with Dixon. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield. And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way.
Houston, Houston! Houston! Houston!
Now back to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And the Panthers coming out now. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, 1st down. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 18. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And that goes for a gain of 31.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore from 10 yards out. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Alaska! Alaska!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Baker. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Panthers have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And his throw here's incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That good for 19 and a first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about
Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out now come the Cardinals. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Green 90. Green 90.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
A'Shawn Robinson coming out of the University of Alabama. A big, physical, intimidating force who had to learn to play with more leverage. Otherwise, he was going to get blown off the ball in the NFL. Looks like he's learning his lessons after that play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Mahomes to throw on second down, escaping the pressure right. And Davis has it over the middle. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run it now out of the gun. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. On second down, here's Mahomes. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
They'll start the drive with Dixon. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. Missed.
He will not go down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Delta.
On 1st down, they go with Dixon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Looking to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from the desert after this. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. They'll look to throw. Drops it underneath to Dixon. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Dallas! Beeville! Rocket!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Rocket! Oh, here we go!
They'll set up a throw. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Now he's going to throw it back deep. And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And give him a gain of 37.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Trying to lay one up deep. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Black 20.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Mahomes going to throw. He's going to sling this. He's got a man. Complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And this one is right through. And that will make the lead now 26. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive. Go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we come upon. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Houston!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. Then he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Two times. Everyone's got four down.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hey, four down.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. It's caught by Aguilar. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Forced out to his left. shedding the tackle. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. The Panthers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
43.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Madness.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Set. Red. 80. Madness. Madness. Switch. Houston. 26 Mike.
They'll set up to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off right around the 43. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but look better on that play. Buying time to his left. And Davis with it left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. McCaffrey with a 1st down and more. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Panthers just continue to pour it on. Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And now look at this. Big gain but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Completes it to Aguilar. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for the Panthers. 47 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
McCaffrey. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. A great play there. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Houston, Houston. 26 Mike. Alpha. Bring it. Sponge.
On second down, it's Dixon. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They'll look to throw here. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you know, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them. Where Brandon Pace comes into play now, because they've got the advantage, they've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Barthema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They'll look to throw here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And it is true, you can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. 8 yards there on a first down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. You're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
On play action, they'll throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's got it. Davis fighting. He loses the football. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. In for the score. And the Panthers just continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They go play action here on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Houston! Austin! Austin!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.